Hey everyone, I'm verified Algo trading champion Kevin Davey, and today I'm going to reveal the week 1 results of my bot versus an AI bot with real money. Who won? Who lost? Here's how it looked. Which bot was which? We're going to find out. Before we get started, if you haven't signed up for my free Algo strategy, now's the time to do so. Hit the QR code or enter the link you see at the bottom, or in the description, you'll find a link. Sign up, you'll get this free Algo and lots of other great information. Today, I'm going to give you a quick recap of the challenge. Then I'll show you the real money results from week 1. And then we're going to talk a little bit about backtests, because I think that's important. And then finally, we're going to talk about strategy reports versus live results and what the difference is and why you really have to account for this when you build algos. Let's get to it. First, the setup. I used ChatGPT to create an algo. I also selected one of my existing algos, and I traded them both with real money. And this is week 1. I'm doing it the whole month of September. So here are the real money contestants. Can't really tell a whole lot from this, but just know there's an AI bot and there's a Kevin bot. We're both trading one contract, ES. That's the mini S&P. We could also convert to the MES, which is the mini or the micro mini ES. Gets a little confusing with the terminology, and that's 1/10 of the size, but I'm trading the mini S&P, which is the ES contract. So here are the results from August of these two competitors. You can see they both made about the same amount of money. The AI bot took a lot more trades. Now, I had a whole bunch of other bots that I'm just watching their strategy results, not trading with real money. And along those lines, a student of mine asked, and a couple of other people asked too, why not compare this to buy and hold? So I'm going to add a new bot to this mix. I'm not going to trade it with real money, but I am going to trade it live or watch it live. It's going to buy at 9:30 Eastern every morning and exit at 4:15. So that'll be a good comparison to just being in the market during when the stock market is open, basically. Again, here are the results from August for all 6 of the ones I'm looking at. There's 3 AI bots, and you can see 2 of the 3 lost money the first month. The intraday buy and hold did pretty well in August, and then the 2 Kevin bots are down below. I hope you're enjoying this video. Don't forget, if you haven't signed up already, you can get this free algo strategy just for signing up for my email list. Hit the QR code or the link at the bottom. Now, let's jump to results so far. Here are the real money results. The Kevin bot made $233 roughly. That's real money. And the AI bot lost about $260 during the week. And again, that's real money. I say it's hypothetical because of U.S. government disclaimers. You always have to say things are hypothetical. But that's what the results were. And then if you look at all 6 of the bots, I've highlighted the winner so far, which is one of my bots. And you can see all the AI bots lost money. One of them did really pretty bad. The intraday lost money. And one of mine didn't trade at all. So it was kind of like a break even. And then my CCI twist actually made money. And so was the week 1 winner. What'll happen after week 2? Who knows? But right now, my bot's in front. Let's turn a little bit. Talk about backtest, because this is important. I got a lot of comments about, well, hey, what did the backtest for all these look like? I'm going to share with you the backtest for the real money bots so you can compare those. First, I ran the AI bot. This is its backtest from the beginning of the year. Doesn't look great. It looks all right. I suspected that AI went out and got this bot from some research paper or something, and it probably didn't include slippage and commission. So I didn't include slippage here. And it turns out when you include slippage, you really do damage to this bot. That's what it looks like there. 2025 with slippage and commission basically lost about $5,000 per contract. That's not so good. So I decided to step out, look since I think 2010, and wow, that AI bot looks terrible. And you could say, well, why would you trade such a thing? Well, I just took what AI gave me and started trading it. And had I run this backtest beforehand, I'd probably say, it's probably not that good. This bot performance in backtest really kind of made me cry. And I kind of feel I was cheated by AI, that it said, hey, this is a good, unique strategy. Clearly, it is not long term. And that's why it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next month. Now, on the other hand, my algo, it did pretty good, and that's with slippage and commission. So I never build a strategy without slippage and commission. Looks pretty good. And since 2010, it also looks pretty good. Has some flat parts, does have some significant drawdowns, but you can see overall it's going up and it's making money, so that's pretty good. Those were the two back tests. My bot has good back tests, so this one makes me smile, so I'm happy about that. And for it to be a bot I would trade, has to have a good back test. They always say past performance is not indicative of future results, and that's true. But given the choice, would you rather trade a bot that has lost money consistently since 2010, or would you want to trade one that has made money? I know what my choice would be. Leave a comment. Let me know what yours is. It's clear AI did not backtest its bot before it gave it to me. It probably just assumed it was a profitable backtest. And like I said, if it got it from a research paper, chances are it didn't have slippage and commission built in. Research papers are notorious for saying, well, we didn't include slippage or commission. That's a big, big deal. And you can see that here. The conclusion, always backtest. And when you know how to backtest properly without over-optimizing and curve fitting and that kind of stuff, then it's more likely to work going forward. No guarantee. Even though my bot had a profitable backtest since 2010, it could very easily lose money in September. And the AI bot, which has been losing, could make money in September of this year. So we'll see. But remember, always backtest. And my process for backtesting and validating a strategy is what I call the strategy factory. Those are the steps. Now, let's pivot a little bit. Let's talk about performance. What do I mean by that? Well, you have your strategy backtest, and you can pull up those results and see what the results were for the last week. The big question is, does it match real money results? Right? They don't always match, especially with slippage and commission. Things could be a little different. Here's a comparison. There were 10 trades with the AI bot, and my actual equity curve is that blue curve that I'm tracing. And you can see it lost about $230, somewhere around there. Well, I also looked at the backtest report for this, and you can see it is performing worse, and it ends up at about minus $500 for the week. That says my slippage and commission estimates were a little conservative. Actually, $27 or $28 per round trip to the conservative side. It means I did not have as much slippage as I normally expect. There were actually a couple trades where I had positive slippage. One was, I believe, 1.5 points better than what the strategy backtest engine said for a fill. Ideally, you want these lines to be the same because then your backtest and your real money match. But in this case, my real money results were actually better than the backtest, so that's good. At least I'm to the conservative side. What you don't want is you don't want the blue curve, your actual real money results, to look a lot worse than the orange curve, because that means that you're underestimating the real money market effects. And if you're running backtests where that's happening, you're going to get in trouble. So it's better to be conservative than the other way. I will say, though, this is a little bit better than I expect. We'll see how it plays out for the rest of the month. I did not do this with my bot only because it made one trade. It wouldn't be that useful. This bot's making a lot more trades, so I think the results over time will be useful. Pretty neat. Well, that's this week's update. If you want to follow day to day, go to X, KJ Trading. Follow me there. I'll be posting the results every day, sometime in the evening. And next week, just as a preview, I'm going to give you real money results for week 2. I'm also going to talk a little bit about testing with my approach. I showed you the results of testing with my approach, but I'm going to talk a little bit about testing with the Strategy Factory, and I'm going to review all the bots and tell you which ones would have passed my Strategy Factory criteria for being good strategies to trade. You might be surprised at what I'm going to show you. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, and have a great day.